Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I just thought I'd take the opportunity today before I cleared up the leaves to show you what I have to contend with almost every day at times on my tropicals when they're indoors in the kitchen. It's quite soul destroying at times, to be honest, the leaf loss these suffer indoors. They wouldn't have this issue if they were in like a heated greenhouse or a heated conservatory, but it's a combination of lack of light and dry atmosphere, unfortunately, and trying to grow these plants indoors. Only the ones in front of the windows get, I'd say, enough light, but to be honest, even the ones in front of the windows can defoliate. But this is just an overnight leaf loss on my strawberry guava for no apparent reason. It's not too dry, it's not too wet, it just suddenly drops huge batches of leaves in stages, the same as my Suriname cherries and my more tropical guavas. This is the plant. When this came in November, you couldn't see the stems at all. The whole plant was heavily leaved, and I suppose it's probably now lost about 80%, 75-80% of its leaves, perhaps a little bit more. There's a few more leaves are held on the top, and it's very sad when you see these plants were in such good health in November and now look so disastrous. Just to give you an idea, this was my white supreme guava. You can see how sad it looks now. There's a few leaves. I mean, look, even as I'm moving the branches on my strawberry guava, the leaves are dropping. And even worse is my largest tropical guava. Basically, it's just twigs now. It hasn't actually got any leaves left on it. Oh, there's a couple of leaves left on it there, and there's signs of a few new shoots here in more light coming out from the bare stems, but you can see there are no leaves left on this one's probably lost 99% of its leaves, unfortunately. This isn't natural behaviour. I mean, if they're in a very cold climate, guavas do tend to defoliate in winter, but this is not, they're not what I call truly deciduous tropicals. If you were growing them in a nice climate such as sort of southern Florida or southern California in the tropics, you wouldn't get this leaf loss on them. They'd lose a few leaves, which tend to change colour over the winter months when it's cooler, and then as they flush out the new growth, the older leaves tend to drop off, but they don't go bare like this. The plant should recover, but unfortunately we're still only in early March, which means it's not going to go out for another 2 months. The only consolation is the daylight hours are much better, and it's certainly not restricted to my guava plants. My star fruit plant's completely defoliated. My cherry of the Rio Grande has lost all its leaves. Some of the other tougher evergreens are doing a little bit better. But it's very frustrating, unfortunately, and it means you then have to wait 3 or 4 months of summer for these plants to try and recover, which is why they don't flower until the end of summer, which is why you don't get fruits on them here. Not the ideal scenario, but unfortunately that's what happens when you try and grow them indoors over winter. It's not the ideal growing conditions. In a minute I shall sweep these leaves up. You can actually have a better look, because I can't get in between the plants very easily unless I move them all. I tend to leave the leaves on the floor, so you can see the gradual build-up of dead leaves off the guava and the ones on the top of the pot. The only good news is it's sending out some new shoots from the bottom. Anyway, that's my little bit of depressing news for the day. That's life, unfortunately. If you haven't got a suitable large greenhouse or conservatory or even a heated polytunnel, this is what you have to tolerate. And of course, some of them are riddled with disease, pests now. There's a lot of thrips on the plants, but I can't really spray them without taking them outside, so I just have to, what I have to do is, and I'll obviously feature this in videos when I get to May and I can put them outside, I'll have to cut the plants back heavily, clear off all the old leaves, give them a good spraying and hope that they recover over the summer months and the process starts all over again. So thanks for watching the video, much appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. You're welcome to share the video if you want to put anybody off trying to grow tropicals indoors. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell if you would like to know when new videos come out, which will of course eventually feature updates on these tropicals. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Brett out for now.